Welcome to This Explainer. So, you're thinking about turning that passion, maybe your crafts or your creative skills, into an actual business. Well, you are exactly where you need to be. Today, we're unpacking the definitive UK Etsy Sellers Launch Guide. Specifically, we're going to uncover exactly how new sellers start first, what you really need to know, what to prepare, and what you absolutely must do before you even think about hitting publish on your very first listing. Before you publish that first listing, we've got a literal roadmap for you to make sure your shop is profitable and totally compliant right out of the gate. We're going to breeze through 5 key areas: the setup, the money, the product, the rules, and finally, the habits. Let's just jump right in.
Section 1. The setup. Opening your shop. All right, let's knock out those first literal steps to get your digital doors wide open.
First things first, head over to etsy.com/UK/sell and just hit Get Started. You'll create an account, make sure your currency is set to Great British Pounds, and securely link your bank and card. Now, these are just basic housekeeping steps, right? But hey, step 2 is actually a massive deal. You really want to choose a memorable, easy-to-spell shop name. It's the whole foundation of your brand and how customers will recognize you as you grow. Keep it clear, keep it catchy, and try not to overcomplicate it.
Moving on to Section 2, the money, mastering fees and pricing. Because let's be honest, pricing blindly, that is a huge mistake we definitely want to avoid.
You know, getting that very first sale notification is the best feeling in the world. But do you actually know what's left in your pocket after Etsy takes its cut? A lot of new sellers kind of just guess, and honestly, that's a one-way ticket to losing cash.
Okay, so the hidden reality of your profit margins is that Etsy doesn't just take one simple flat fee. The deductions come from a bunch of different places. You've got the listing fee, which hits when you publish and when you renew. And remember, listings only stay active for 4 months if they don't sell. Then, slap on a transaction fee for both the item price and the delivery charge. Plus, there's a payment processing fee, maybe some off-site ads fees, and a regulatory operating fee. It sounds like a lot, right? All these little slices add up and eat into your final payout. You absolutely have to crunch these numbers before you ever set a price.
So here is a golden rule. Never, ever copy another seller's price without understanding your own costs. I mean it. A price that brings in a super healthy profit for someone else could literally put you in the red once you factor in your specific materials, your packaging, your time, and your postage. Remember, you're running your business, not theirs.
All right, Section 3, the product, crafting your first listing. Now that the math is out of the way, we get to pivot back to the fun, creative side. And obviously, your shop literally cannot open without a product to sell.
Now, here's the secret sauce. You need high-quality photos, a keyword-rich title, a super clear description of size and materials, accurate attributes, and highly relevant tags. But these aren't just to make things look pretty for the customer. This is exactly how you talk to Etsy's search engine. Oh, and a quick pro tip. Always put your most important search phrases right at the very beginning of your title. Do not skip any of these. They're basically the bridge connecting a buyer's random search directly to your specific item.
But take a deep breath, because here's the good news. Your listing doesn't need to be 100% perfect on day 1. Seriously. But you do need to build the habit of auditing and tweaking it. Don't just list it and let it gather digital dust. Keep an eye on your views, your favorites, your sales, and then refine those titles and tags over time. Continuous improvement is really how you win on Etsy.
Section 4. The rules, navigating tax and compliance. I know, the legal stuff sounds completely intimidating, but let's just break down your UK responsibilities simply so you can sleep easy at night.
So the very first number you need to burn into your brain is £1,000. That is the UK trading allowance. If your gross trading income, and by that I mean your total income before you deduct any expenses at all, goes over this amount in a single tax year, you might need to register with HMRC for self-assessment. And catch this, this applies even if you haven't actually made a single penny of profit yet. It's all based on gross income, so track absolutely everything.
The next big milestone to watch as you grow is £90,000. Keep a hawk eye on your revenue, because if your 12-month rolling taxable turnover crosses this line, you may have to register for VAT. Now, that rules can be incredibly complex, so if you're even getting close to that number, reaching out to a qualified accountant is a fantastic idea.
There's another massive compliance piece, and it's all about where you're shipping. If you sell physical goods into the EU, the European Economic Area, or Northern Ireland, strict General Product Safety Regulation, or GPSR rules apply. This could mean needing extra safety labels or even an EU responsible person.
Honestly, if you're a brand new seller, you might just want to turn off shipping to those regions initially, at least until you've got a solid grip on the requirements.
Okay, listen up, because this is probably the most common and, frankly, most costly mistake brand new UK sellers make: the refund policy. You'd think that if a customer just changes their mind and returns something, you only refund the cost of the item, right? Nope. Under UK distance selling rules, you usually have to refund the item price plus the original standard outbound postage they paid to receive the order. If they paid for next-day delivery, you only have to refund your standard delivered cost, but that standard cost has to go back to them. Factor this into your margins immediately so it doesn't totally blindside you.
Section 5, the habits, building for long-term success. Let's wrap this up by looking at the daily routines that will set you up like a true professional from day one.
Getting your bookkeeping sorted early means when your shop finally blows up and gets super busy, your foundation won't crack. First off, totally separate your business and personal bank accounts. Next, hoard those receipts. Save them for absolutely every expense. And here's a huge tip. Record your sales by the date the order was actually placed, not the date Etsy finally pays you. Keep an eagle eye on your materials and postage costs, and please, always set aside a chunk of your income for tax.
Building all these great habits naturally paves the way right into Etsy's Star Seller program. Now look, you're not going to get that little badge on day one, but if you adopt 3 core customer service habits right from the start, you are golden. Number 1, reply to messages within 24 hours. Number 2, dispatch your orders exactly on time. And number 3, maintain an average rating of 4.8 stars or higher. If you act like a star seller from your very first order, the badge is basically guaranteed to follow.
So take a deep breath, review your setup. Knowing your true hidden costs and the real legal requirements, are you truly ready to publish that first listing? You now have the exact blueprint for how successful new sellers start first. You know the math, you know the rules, and you know how to crack the search engine code. Setting all this up the right way is the ultimate secret to a thriving Etsy business. The foundation is poured, but tell me, what is that very first product going to be? Good luck out there, keep tweaking, and we will catch you in the next explainer.